all the dreamers with natural gifts and a burning desire to apply those gifts to uplift humanity. That's who the book is intended for. The book outlines key words, key phrases, describing newly emerging trends, newly emerging phenomena, which are related to the development of outer space. So we live in a time where if you have those keywords, you can do internet searches to locate bodies of knowledge, books, articles, websites, laws, policies, economic initiatives, companies linked to those keywords. Then you can go to the websites of the various companies or institutions or individuals, and you can develop a knowledge base. You can spend 30 minutes a day, every day, for 1 year, and you can amass a rich body of knowledge in some issue area that you care about, that you're passionately interested in or can become passionately interested in. And then you can determine how to apply that knowledge by doing a series of investigative research steps through websites. You can find out where the job opportunities are, where the internship opportunities are, whether new products or services are needed. You can become your own analyst on this matter. I see my book as a reference resource, as a cheat code. My son plays electronic games, and they have these books called cheat codes, which enable you to master certain games. So I see my book as a cheat code, a secret language, so that people who are not part of the outer space development community can find out how to research the community and to see what's happening related to the territory known as outer space. I started the idea of the whole book, I believe it was around 1991. I was doing research in a law library. I saw a book called Space Law, Past, Present, and Future by Professor Carl Crystal. And that gave me the idea that this was my destiny, to look at the colonization of outer space and to begin talking about it and preparing people for it. Because if you look at colonization schemes and development schemes in the past, humankind tends to wait 80, 200, 500 years too late to discuss problems and inequality issues. So perhaps this time we can discuss those issues. We can factor in our interests, our global interest in equality, uplifting people, educational stimulation, job creation, economic development initiatives. We can factor those needs, wants, and desires into the planning stage as we begin to embark upon the development of outer space. When it comes to some passionate interests or natural skill set that they were born with, certain intrinsic things unique to individuals or known to people in a very quiet, silent way, and they and only they will know what gets triggered inside of them upon flash reviewing certain keywords, certain key ideas. This has been my experience as I've been researching this area since officially since 1998. I've met all sorts of people all around the world, and some people are interested, some people are not, and it's irrespective of class or ethnicity, religion, age, race, gender. Silent things that we can't see on the inside of individuals, that is what will determine who decides to take action and to start taking advantage of the space of knowledge and who doesn't. With outer space development, there are various new industries emerging: space transportation, space tourism, space ports, space settlements, space habitats, spaceship development, space mining, And you can just imagine all the various industries which would be related to human needs as these activities begin to grow and develop. Food service industries, transporting food and beverages, entertainment for people staying in space. Endless opportunities exist, as with most industries when they're forming. Other industries form around those industries. People put their minds and skill sets together and start coming up with new ideas. For example, Otis decided to invent the elevator after skyscrapers started being constructed. Who knows what types of ideas the development of outer space will begin to trigger inside of individuals. I'm excited to see. The purpose of the book is to send a message out to anyone excited by this message that outer space is in the process of developing. Humankind will eventually inhabit the territory known as outer space, and people have an opportunity to get into the history books for some unique contribution towards making this happen. I'm just telling a story. I'm telling a history. I'm telling a history of humankind, a history of what is to come, based upon what has already occurred. I'm trying to spread a message of hope, to give people something to believe in, something they can aspire to achieve, something great to do. In America, most of us are told somewhere along the line that we're supposed to dream a great dream, we're supposed to rise up and do great things. This is an opportunity for great things to happen, for people to do something fantastic in this lifetime. Most people, when they hear about outer space, they think about sci-fi, and they assume that what I'm saying is fantasy, or they assume that what I'm saying will happen hundreds of years into the future. Okay? This book, for example, which I purchased at the Global Space Exploration Conference in Washington, D.C. in May. I met the author. This book provides us with pictures, drafting, blueprints of various space settlements and space transportation vehicles based upon actual Department of Defense drawings and technologies. And these are over 50 years old. So humankind has already possesses the knowledge and the technology, for the most part, to become spacefaring. And similar to the shift from typewriters to the internet, we're about to see a shift from the NASA space shuttle fleet, which was sent to the Smithsonian Museum recently. We're about to see that shift enter into a new phase of space travel. And so the book enables people to have the tools and the keywords that they need to research and learn more about the myriad of activities which are planned to happen, the technologies which are in existence, and other policies, laws, political activities, which countries, which individuals are involved, so people can begin to develop knowledge centered around understanding key issues related to outer space. Now is the time that outer space is in the process of developing, and their special talent or gift is needed